Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Pitts, and this is Grace Liddy. First name I was lucky enough to work with Grace this session. Every time she came to class, she came with energy. She was always out of breath from running around. And every day she came with a new idea that we got to write on paper. It was really exciting to see her work. What did you like most about Young Storytellers?
Young Storytellers is kind of like a journal, because I'm not good at keeping my own, or keeping up with my own. So I like coming here every Wednesday, because I don't have a very big attention span, and Kevin would always help me with that. So, and my dad I think he had a career with writing, so it's in my blood. What's so funny? Comedy's in my blood too, so the name of my script is From Space to Earth, The Legend of XENON. And the tagline is, one girl, one guard, and the final frontier.
From Space to Earth, The Legend of XENON by Grace Live. Interior Cell 50501 Night, Military Base 51.2 orbits around the moon. Superhuman children are taken from Earth as infants to train. Young XENON Rose, 10, was taken to the space base at 6 months old. Not only for her superhuman intellect, including her photographic memory, but also for her transparent butterfly wings that allow her to fly. Years later, our heroine feels trapped on the space base. XENON looks at a photo of Mom and Dad. She sits on her bed and writes in her journal.
Dear Diary, tomorrow I start my final training. Isaiah Carr has tried postponing this thousands of times. I don't know why. All I did was bend a few rules and recycle bin. All I did was bend a few rules and recycle bin dive a few times. That's no reason to hate me. This time I will let nothing stop me. Finally, I'm almost out of this place and back to Earth, so I can see my mom and dad. Wish me luck, XENON.
Interior. Multi-environmental room day. The multi-environment room is small, but seems bigger when the simulation is turned on. It's metallic green in color with pixelated tiles. XENON enters for her final training session. The simulator turns on and the session begins. She dodges cannonball fires. Isaac Carr, 30, the head military guard, stands in the background messing with the simulator. 2 cannonballs fly at XENON.
A little higher. That should keep her down.
4 cannonballs fire and hit XENON. She falls down and breaks her wrist. Oh. XENON stands up and dodges the cannonball and dashes to the end. She crosses the end just in time. Headmaster 200, age 200, with a long, mangled beard and a cane, walks up to XENON. Headmaster reaches into his pocket and takes a sip of his life elixir.
Can you turn the page for me? Congratulations! You have completed the first half of your training. Your next task will be the rogue robot. Good luck.
Interior, hospital bay later. The doctor is measuring XENON's arms and stitching it up.
Well, that should do her.
Fine. Goodbye. I have to go to class.
Exterior, military space station classroom, 10 a.m. The military students are taking notes. A malfunction functioning rogue robot with a cube head and body tries to break into the classroom through the window. Many children, including XENON, are inside.
This must be my second task. Miss Jessica, may I use the bathroom?
Yes, but hurry back.
XENON dashes to the door.
Well, I didn't know she had to go that fast.
The classroom looks outside. XENON is in a spacesuit battling the robot. XENON pushes a button on the robot's chest and turns it off. She opens the robot's back and begins to fix it. She touches a wire. It shocks her through the spacesuit. XENON attempts 5 separate times. It shocks her every time. XENON pushes it out into space and decides to leave the robot as space debris.
If this orbits the station, another mess for Isaac to clean up. Sucker.
Interior classroom seconds later. XENON walks into the classroom. Her cast on her arm is singed a bit. No one notices. Exterior, class number 4, lab, a moment later. Class number 4 is a giant supercomputer. Monitors cover the walls. XENON sees Isaac entering a class number 4 lab and follows him in. XENON sees a microchip being removed from the main database. Isaac sees XENON. He runs for the exit. XENON blocks him.
What are you doing in class number 4 lab?
I was following you. Your lab duty isn't until 4 a.m. and you're here at 1 p.m. And then I knew, because I saw you remove the data chip.
Nasty little girl, aren't you? How do you even know what a data chip is?
I may break rules, but I study like some people. All right, I'll leave.
XENON goes for the door and turns around for the exit. She jumps around Isaac and takes the data chip from his grasp. She returns it to its proper place.
What?
Isaac turns.
Oh, so that's how it is.
XENON takes a stance ready to fight. Isaac jumps at XENON. Grand Hall, an hour later. XENON and Isaac stand in front of the headmaster looking at the ground. The headmaster shakes his head at them.
Ooh. XENON, pack your bags.
XENON looks up in shock.
You are going to Earth. Here's your badge.
XENON jumps in excitement. She turns to Isaac and points and laughs at him.
Isaac, you are deprived of your guard duties. You are now shift janitor.
Isaac's mouth drops. He can't believe his ears.
As the oath you took, you were to always follow the rules. Hand in your spacesuit and grab a broom.
Isaac walks away defeated. Interior cell 50501 later. XENON looks out her window towards Earth. XENON packs one last thing, a picture of her parents. She sits on her bed and writes in her journal.
Finally, in my 11 years of training, I'm leaving this place. I know I should say that I will miss it, but I won't. Especially not Isaiah Carr, now that he's been demoted. I wouldn't mind staying as much, but I would still mind it. I can't wait to see my parents, and I hope that all the bad rumors aren't true, like Earth's gravity adds 3 pounds. I am hopeful. XENON.
Fade out.